So, occasionally while having a meal, I sit down to watch MrBeast, and man, his Squid Game video hitting 900 million views is absolutely insane. I still remember back in the day when this guy used to do random goofy stuff, and now he is sitting at 500 million subscribers. Any of you who watch YouTube probably remember the time when PewDiePie and T-Series were battling it out, fighting for every single sub like their lives depended on it. Back then, hitting 100 million subs was considered a monumental achievement. But now, MrBeast has left both of them completely in the dust. And when I dug a bit deeper, it gets even more mind-blowing. Behind this YouTube channel with 500 million subs, MrBeast has built a $5 billion empire called Beast Industries. And you know what is crazy? He is the exact same age as me. Unbelievable. His journey started from absolute zero too. So in today's video, we are going to look back at the incredible journey of MrBeast. From a kid sitting in his bedroom making average videos with terrible views and sometimes ridiculous ideas, to becoming the owner of the largest individual YouTube channel on the planet, and a billion-dollar business empire behind it. I am Nong, and please note that the information below has been compiled from various sources, so if there is anything wrong or needing correction, please leave a comment down below. MrBeast started his YouTube journey when he was very young. His real name is Jimmy Donaldson, an American born in 1998 in Kansas, who later grew up in Greenville, North Carolina. He did not come from a wealthy family or anything like that. His parents had to work multiple jobs, served in the military, the family moved around a lot, and his parents divorced when Jimmy was young. Essentially, he came from a very ordinary background. But from a very young age, Jimmy had a burning passion for YouTube, to the point where he would even watch it during class. At age 13, he started his first YouTube channel called MrBeast 6000. He got the name from an Xbox Live handle. In the beginning, he just posted Minecraft gameplay videos like most kids back then. Minecraft content was popular back then, and honestly, it still gets a lot of views today. At that point, there was nothing really special about his channel. However, Jimmy had an extraordinary ability to sit for hours on end, analyzing which videos went viral and which ones flopped. This means that long before he became successful, he was already taking this YouTube career very seriously, and this dedication lasted for years. By 2016, Jimmy dropped out of college to focus entirely on YouTube. To many people at the time, this was a reckless decision, and some even thought it was outright foolish, because back then, being a YouTuber was not seen as a big deal. The turning point finally came in 2017, and it started with a rather pointless video where he sat and counted from 1 to 100,000, which somehow garnered 33 million views. That taught Jimmy a lesson more valuable than any marketing textbook out there. Sometimes the audience does not need overly complex or intellectual content, they just need an incredibly simple, even silly idea, pushed to its absolute extreme. 6 months later, he made a video giving away $10,000 to a homeless person on the street, and from there he discovered the ultimate formula. Just bring money, a camera, and craft a compelling enough story, and you create a combination that the YouTube algorithm simply cannot resist. Speaking of sending money, in June 2026, VP Bank announced a strategic partnership with TapSend, an international money transfer platform currently serving millions of users across many countries worldwide. With this partnership, Vietnamese living abroad have another option to send money back home, with the entire process done on the app and supported 24/7. Another convenient feature is that senders do not have to worry too much about time zone differences or holidays between countries. After completing the transaction on the VP Bank TapSend app, the receiver in Vietnam can get the money through various methods depending on the service policies and conditions, such as bank accounts, Momo, or Viettel money. According to published data, The amount of remittances sent back to Vietnam in 2025 was estimated to reach around $18 billion. Therefore, domestic financial institutions expanding partnerships with international money transfer service providers can help overseas workers have more suitable options when sending money to their families. If you are living and working abroad, you can learn more about this service to see if it fits your needs. Additionally, according to the promotion announced by the service provider at the time of recording, new users who enter the code 20NONG and make a qualifying transaction can receive a $20 bonus. Terms and conditions apply, and the promotion period and scope may change according to the provider's regulations. I will leave the reference link in the description and comments section. From that point on, MrBeast started developing his strategy. The money earned from one video would be poured right into the next one. The next video had to be more shocking than the previous one, the prizes had to be more appealing, and the production quality more professional. And the bigger the video and the more views it got, the more it attracted major sponsors. With bigger sponsors came more money to expand the team. A stronger team meant they could execute even more ambitious projects. And just like that, a massive growth loop was formed. In June 2024, MrBeast surpassed PewDiePie to become the most subscribed individual YouTube channel in the world. By 2026, the MrBeast channel ecosystem had crossed the 500 million subscriber mark, pulling in 5 billion views annually. This is a scale that even many national television networks struggle to achieve, but that was only the beginning. Because no matter how big you get, YouTube still relies on advertising, and advertising relies on brands, the algorithm, and many other factors that content creators cannot control. MrBeast understood this very well, so starting in 2020, he began consolidating all his businesses under one system. From YouTube to external projects, everything was placed under a parent company called Beast Industries. This was when he started building a true entertainment enterprise, complete with a management team, a board of directors, and investors behind the scenes. By 2026, Beast Industries had raised over $675 million across multiple funding rounds, including well-known funds and investors like Alpha Wave, Global, and Chamath. In early 2026, the company received an additional $200 million from Bitcraft and Immutable Technology. The company's valuation skyrocketed as a result, and the vast majority of Jimmy's wealth comes from here. Of course, he did not invent the parent company model. It has existed in the business world for a long time. The difference lies in how MrBeast applied it to the content creation industry. Instead of spinning off each project into separate companies, Jimmy gathered everything under a single system, a single executive team, and thanks to that, the business units could support each other. YouTube videos promote Feastables chocolate. Feastables products promote the Beast Games show. Beast Games then draws more viewers back to YouTube. Each division fuels the others. It operates more like an ecosystem than just a YouTube channel. This operational method is actually quite similar to the Walt Disney Company model. And if we had to pick the most successful project outside of YouTube for MrBeast, it would undoubtedly be Feastables. This is a chocolate brand launched in 2022. At that time, many YouTubers were selling merchandise, but jumping into the fast-moving consumer goods industry was rare, because this was inherently the playground of giant corporations like Hershey and Mars. From the very beginning, the way Feastables was launched was classic MrBeast. Jimmy hosted an elimination tournament, the entire process was filmed, and the judge was Gordon Ramsay. The grand prize was a choice between $500,000 in cash or an entire chocolate factory. Sounds a lot like a real-life version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. For the first few months, Feastables sold reasonably well, bringing in about $10 million in revenue. It was not explosive, but it was moving units. The turning point occurred when Beast Industries changed their sales strategy. Initially, the product was sold primarily through their website, But then they started getting their products into major retail stores, specifically Walmart, and later expanded to Target and 7-Eleven. From there, the product reached a much larger customer base. By 2026, Feastables was available at over 30,000 retail locations across the United States, Canada, and Mexico. In 2024, the brand generated about $250 million in revenue, with around $20 million in profit, surpassing his YouTube division in revenue for the very first time. This proved that MrBeast was no longer just making money from content, he had begun building a legitimate business. So the question here is, why does a chocolate bar make more money than videos with billions of views? The answer lies in the costs. A MrBeast video is extremely expensive to make, from contestant prize money to production costs, personnel, post-production, and many other hidden expenses. Meanwhile, for a chocolate bar, once you have the recipe, the factory, and the distribution system, the cost to sell one additional product is significantly lower. And more importantly, Feastables hardly has to spend any money on advertising because every MrBeast video is already a massive marketing campaign. Hundreds of millions of people voluntarily watch the product appear on screen. Essentially, MrBeast turned the audience's attention into a business asset. According to projections cited by the media, Beast Industries expects Feastables to reach around $520 million in revenue in 2026, and moving forward, the corporation's goal is to scale up to multiple billions of dollars a year. However, MrBeast has also had his fair share of failures. The first major flop was MrBeast Burger, launched in late 2020. The idea behind this was incredibly smart. Instead of opening physical stores, MrBeast partnered with a network of ghost kitchens operated by virtual dining concepts. The burgers would be cooked in existing restaurants, packaged under the MrBeast brand, and delivered to customers. This model saved a ton of money. No need to rent space, no need to build a separate restaurant chain, no need to manage hundreds of locations. But the problem was that while the brand belonged to MrBeast, the quality was controlled by other people. Some places did a decent job, but others made terrible tasting burgers. The quality varied wildly depending on the location, and this severely damaged the brand's image. Ultimately, the two sides dragged each other to court. MrBeast accused the partner of damaging his reputation, and the partner counter-sued. After much back and forth, MrBeast officially ended the venture in 2024. This was a very expensive lesson, because if you let others use your brand but cannot control the final customer experience, it is bound to fail sooner or later. By 2024, MrBeast found himself in another controversy involving Lunchly. This was a collaborative project with Logan Paul and KSI. It was a pre-packaged lunch product marketed as a healthier alternative to Lunchables. Inside, it contained a snack, a prime hydration drink, and a Feastables bar. I do not know how eating habits work over in America, but looking at this box, it seemed ridiculous, and everyone I saw reviewing it criticized it. But conceptually, it was appealing. The three biggest influencers promoting a joint product, with each person's fan base supporting the others. However, just a few weeks after the launch, food YouTuber Rosanna Pansino posted a video showing that the product had mold in it. Then many other customers started sharing similar experiences, and a wave of criticism quickly exploded on social media. And this time, it was not just a bad YouTube video that people watch and forget. This was something people were putting in their mouths. It became a memorable stumble for MrBeast's empire. Sure, you can be famous and you can sell products, but you will only sell them once if the product is poor quality, and especially if it is moldy. But if we had to pick MrBeast's most ambitious project to date, it would definitely be Beast Games. This is a reality game show produced for Amazon Prime Video. The deal was signed in 2024, and is considered one of the largest contracts ever for an internet content creator. The concept is essentially just a MrBeast video, but stretched across multiple episodes. 1,000 people participate in a game show for a massive cash prize, and they have to overcome various elimination challenges. Basically, it is Squid Game, but nobody actually dies. When it aired in late 2024, the show quickly set viewership records on Prime Video. If you only look at the business results, it was a massive success. But in September 2024, even before the show aired, a group of contestants filed a class action lawsuit directly targeting MrBeast's production company and several related parties, including Amazon, with allegations ranging from poor living conditions and lack of medical care to mismanagement of the production itself. Some allegations even involved sexual harassment and violations of participants' rights. On his end, MrBeast denied that things were that serious and stated that many details were exaggerated, but he also mentioned that they could not immediately release all the behind-the-scenes footage because it was tied to the show's content. In subsequent interviews, MrBeast maintained that the vast majority of contestants had a positive experience. According to him, many would be willing to return if invited back. However, the lawsuit is still being handled in court, and to date, there is no final conclusion. Thinking about it now, maybe it was just a public relations stunt? Because despite these controversies, Amazon did not back out, but instead continued to put their faith in the project. Season 2 was produced on an even larger scale. The number of players was reduced, but the prize money was much bigger. And this time, there was even involvement from the production team behind Survivor, and even the legendary host Jeff Probst made an appearance. This is a very clear sign that no matter what controversies arise in the media, major platforms still view MrBeast as a highly valuable asset. However, this time the trouble did not stop with the contestants. Allegations began surfacing from within the company itself. In early 2026, a former senior manager filed a civil lawsuit regarding the work environment and policies for female employees after childbirth. According to the lawsuit, the company lacked clear procedures for maternity leave and made work demands during that time. The company pushed back and disagreed with the claims, but the incident continued to cause the corporate image to be questioned. These stories highlight an interesting reality. Building a successful YouTube channel is hard, and building a YouTube company with hundreds of employees is even harder. When the scale increases, the problems are no longer just about video ideas or view counts, but they involve management, human resources, and legal issues. Things that have nothing to do with YouTube but are truly part of a standard business model. Towards the end of 2025, MrBeast sparked controversy in a different direction, this time with Beastland. This was a massive temporary theme park opened in Riyadh, built as a real-life version of the challenges on the MrBeast channel. The reasoning behind building this was simple. MrBeast noted that the vast majority of his audience is located outside the United States, and the Middle East is one of the regions with a massive viewership. From a business perspective, it was completely logical. Go where the audience is. But the project faced a lot of criticism because Beastland was part of Riyadh Season, an event backed by the Saudi Arabian government to boost tourism and the national image. Many people in the West argued that partnering with such programs could help soften the image of a government that is frequently criticized over human rights. This is also the reason why major sporting events in the Gulf region have been controversial for years. MrBeast is not the first person to face this issue, and certainly will not be the last, but it reflects a very common question in this influencer era. When a content creator becomes an international entrepreneur, can they really stay out of socio-political debates? The answer is no. After that, MrBeast expanded into yet another sector, finance. In early 2026, Beast Industries acquired Step, a financial app targeting young people. It seems quite strange at first glance. why would a YouTuber who sells chocolate suddenly buy a fintech company? But the logic behind it is that the majority of MrBeast's audience is young, and this is exactly the demographic that Step wants to reach. Essentially, MrBeast possesses something that every financial startup craves: attention. A normal fintech startup has to spend tens of millions of dollars to acquire users, but MrBeast already has hundreds of millions of followers. If even a tiny fraction of them become customers, it equates to a massive amount of money. And this is a key difference between a regular creator and the model MrBeast is building. He used his audience to sell ads, and then he used his audience to create businesses, ranging from chocolate and game shows to theme parks and financial services. Everything revolves around the same core asset: the attention of hundreds of millions of people on the internet. All right? And that is the complete story of Beast Industries. When it comes to YouTube alone, MrBeast has practically reached the absolute pinnacle of the industry. As for the business side, he has built an empire worth billions of dollars. From a 13-year-old boy sitting in his bedroom making Minecraft videos to the head of a multi-billion-dollar company, this is a journey with almost no precedent in internet history. Because I cannot even imagine what the next person to hit 500 million subs will look like. And one of the biggest lessons we can learn is that throughout most of business history, companies have had to spend massive amounts of money to buy attention. But MrBeast did the exact opposite. He built the attention first, and then turned it into a business. Thank you guys for watching the whole video. I am Nong. Do not forget to subscribe so you do not miss any future videos.